I talked about making this video separately. This is in regards to Pete Hegseth. He is the defense attorney that Trump is appointing. Now, he does have a hell of a lot of control over the military. He has stated that women should not be allowed to serve in combat. Hell of a lot of Trump supporters, my beloved MAGA, agree with what Pete Hegseth is saying. Some folks feel like women are too emotional, that women can cause all sorts of conflict if they're serving in combat. A woman gets shot out in the battlefield and men drop what they're doing trying to rescue the damsel in distress. Or if you are a man, such as myself, being 6'6", 300 pounds, and I get taken out, expecting a woman to drag my ass back to safety is an impossible feat. Some folks would say that a woman does not have the upper body strength to successfully do the job. A lot of folks on the right agree with what Pete Hegseth said. Here is the pushback. Virtually every reason that you might submit as to why a woman is inappropriate for the duty of combat could probably translate to a woman not being appropriate to be on the police force, to be a state trooper, to be a firefighter in a burning building trying to rescue people, maybe to be a security guard in hostile environments where a security guard may have to use force, maybe a bouncer in the clubs. There's a host of careers based on this very criteria that would exclude women from all of those jobs. Remember, electing Trump, one of the promises is that women are not supposed to be losing rights. Women are not supposed to be losing jobs, careers, and options. But I'm going to submit to you that what Pete Hegseth is saying about the notion that women should not serve in combat and the reasons he's giving would easily translate to a host of stateside positions. Some of the ones I just named. It's a lot of positions in America, a lot of careers in America, whereas upper body strength and some of these other qualifications are needed. You don't have to just be in combat. Keep in mind, if you're on the streets of Detroit and you're in some type of gunfight with another rogue citizen, that's essentially combat. So, like I stated, you could take that same notion that women shouldn't serve in combat and start excluding women from all sorts of positions where violence might ensue. Remember, like I said, women are not supposed to be losing rights under the Trump administration. I want to get your opinion on this, though. Do you agree with Pete Hegseth that women should not serve in combat? And if so, do you agree with my analysis that this could also tie over to women being stated, folks stating that women should not be on the police force? You're in a major city, like I said, like Detroit or Chicago, somewhere where violence is taking place quite often, and you are a male officer and you got a female partner, would you prefer to have a male partner? Because if something kicks off, a criminal gets to jump on you or something like that, you're in a fist fight, and your partner is a 140-pound, 5'2" female, is that who you prefer? Or would you prefer a bigger, stronger man? Is that enough to suggest women should not be able to operate on the street, patrolling in environments where this could take place? And now there's obviously a host of other places a female could serve on the police department or even in the military. Secretarial positions, pilots, they could be behind the controls, they could be behind the desk, operating missiles, radar, all kinds of stuff. But combat, infantry, platoon, there's a lot of positions that would be stricken from the availability for women to operate in. So I want to know from you folks, do you agree with what Pete Hegseth said? Do you think that should be taken in consideration going forward, maybe starting to limit the role of women in combat? Some folks would suggest this whole DEI, diversion, equity, and inclusion, is the reason that we now have a hell of a lot of females that are unqualified for certain positions, holding stuff down that if something break out, they can't handle. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, for instance, of women getting involved in arrests and things like that, and you see the man is struggling with the suspect or whatever, and the woman just appears to be clueless. You watch Police Activity or Active Self-Protection or some of those other YouTube channels, You do see a lot of that. I'm not going to pretend like there is not videos out there where you see female officers. There's a video of a female in a store. I wish I could link it in the description. Female in a Dollar Tree or something like that, and she's wrestling with a suspect. Her partner is on the ground getting his ass kicked, and she got these long acrylics on and all of that. She's fumbling around with the stun gun and all of that. She clearly looks like she came straight out of the nail shop, but in terms of wrestling with the suspect, not so good. So let me know in the comments, is Pete Hegseth onto something, or do you think it's hogwash and that women are just as capable of being in these positions as their male counterparts? Let your boy know in the comments. As always, I don't block, ban, or censor, so be critical if you will. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the damn channel. See you in the next video.